You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hey there, Sprouts. Today is Monday, January 23rd, 2019. This week on the Catholic Sprouts podcast, we have been talking about hope. On Monday, with the help of St. Agnes, we talked about what hope is and how it is so important. Yesterday, we talked about living in a world that's so imperfect, with so many bad laws on the books, how we need to remain hopeful, not optimistic, but place all of our trust and hope in God, that He will correct these things and use these things for His beautiful plan. Today, we are going to talk about why having hope, the virtue of hope, is so important in this world. So simply, my friends, the virtue of hope serves as a lifeboat as we go through this life. Do you know what a lifeboat is? If you've ever been on a big boat, like picture the Titanic, a big boat, there's lots of little boats that are kind of on the deck there. They might not be using them. In fact, they hope they don't have to use them. Those boats are there in case the big boat sinks. Then they put everybody into the lifeboat so that they are safe and can be rescued. They are really just kind of a way to rescue people in case the big boat sinks. So how can hope be our lifeboat? Well, let's just say this. This life is hard. No matter who you are, what situation you were born into, if you're a boy or a girl, if you were born super smart or not so smart, whatever the situation is, life will be hard. Remember, hope tells us that we weren't created for this world. We were created for heaven. We long for heaven, and we're never going to be truly happy or fully satisfied until we are with God in heaven. This life is full of suffering and pain and disappointment and things that are hard. And I don't want to make you sad about that, but we just need to realize that this world will be hard. We will lose people that we love. That's just a reality. We will have hard times. We will fail. This life will be hard. But hope, the virtue of hope, the idea that God is stronger than this and that my home is heaven, that is what saves us and that is what keeps us going. Now, oftentimes life can seem pretty good and we'll be on that big boat, safe, just trugging along. But hope saves us when that big boat sinks. If you have ever lost someone that you really love, someone has died that is close to you, you know how that can really shake you, how you can really just be deeply sad. And death is the great mystery. No one knows really what happened afterwards. We believe that there is heaven. We trust that God will take care of us. But if you ever have lost someone close to you, you know that it is a great mystery for us all. And it can be scary. Hope is what keeps us from despairing or getting too scared. Hope that God is bigger than this, that God has this, that God loves me, that God is preparing a place for me in heaven. And so, my friends, I want you to think specifically about something today. I want you to think about all the people you have known that have died before you. Maybe grandparents or great-grandparents. Maybe you have known someone your own age that has died. Whomever it is, but we all at least know of someone that has died. It is a great mystery exactly what happens to them after death, but we know one thing for sure. We know that we can pray for them and that our prayers are powerful. We have hope in God that He is so powerful and will do the best thing, and yet we know that we need to pray for them. Hope tells us that there is good things coming after death, and praying for those that have died reminds us of those good things. And so, Sprouts, that is my challenge for you today. Pray for your dearly departed, those that have gone into death before you, and truly try to increase your hope in God, that He has a beautiful paradise waiting for you when this life is done.
That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God intended you to be. And finally, a quick note to the grown-ups. First of all, thank you for listening to the Catholic Sprouts podcast. I ask that you please consider sharing this podcast with another Catholic family you know. Send them an email, a text, or simply mention it the next time you see them. Please join me in the mission of helping each Catholic child truly sprout into the wonderful human that God created them to be.